bring the arms across, just the ropes across. So right here, right here. Have one arm go just a little below, one arm goes a little above. Pull it out to the sides. You don't have to go all the way here and slap your back in order to get it to crisscross. The goal is to get the rope to crisscross. Get a little bit more slack and a little bit more speed. A little bit more slack and a little bit more speed. Right there. Bringing it right to even. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Just crisscrossing in 3, 2, 1, and pause. The amount of resistance on those ones is really important. And so, Carl, I hope me and Carl choose my lightest rope. And Carl should not be with the lightest rope. So, make sure that you just regulate that. I did a poor job of that just now, but regulate that and make sure that you're, your larger folks that are stronger and ready to move a heavier rope around are getting on those heavier ropes, so they're getting enough resistance. Normally, when I do ropes, I almost always treat it like if I'm doing it during week 3, I treat it like an exercise where you. When you're going, you're going to need rest after you finish, right? If you're doing it right, you can't just go continuously for 5 minutes. So I always have at least one person that their sole job is to keep the intensity high. So if I'm right here with Carl, I'm like, we're just doing a standard alternating undulations. I'm like, come on, Carl, let's go! And I will demo that before we start the workout, and I'll be like, guess what? If you're not working out, then you're in my role, right? You're getting them in your worlds where you're trying to push them, make sure that they get the most out of this. Because what I find is that generally, when people get to do the ropes, they're like, oh, I'm kind of figuring it out, and I just wiggle them around. They're not actually getting a workout in until they've done it a few times. But if you have somebody screaming at you, it gets there a little bit quicker, right?
Yeah, and just to touch on that, I mean, really, when we're talking about time on ropes, really your ideal time is somewhere between 20 seconds to no more than a minute. Really, 20 to 30 seconds. If you're going all out, that's where you're going to get your maximum calorie burn. You don't want people that are going, they're just kind of halfway swinging it. Just like anything, the more that you put into it, the more that you're going to get out. So if you're going hard, you're going to get much more effect than if you're just kind of halfway going. So some of the ones that we were doing here, they're pretty straightforward, simple. A lot of you guys have probably already used some of those in camp, but then you can start incorporating more complex movements. So once you start getting into higher weeks, maybe peak week, you're going to throw in multiple combo exercises. So maybe you're doing your slams, you're doing those with a plyo lunge, so you're incorporating that. Or you're doing side shuffle slams, you're going from side to side, you're doing those, like if you're set up, say at a basketball court, you set it up around the goalpost, you're using that 3-point line, and you're working your way back and forth on that. You can also take it up a notch, you can go down, you come all the way up with your star jump, so you can do star jumps on those will burn you out real quick.
Can we see that? You ever see a star jump?
With the rope!
Here we go, star jumps. We got 20 seconds of star jumps in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
Oh, Carl.
I love ropes.
Here we go, focusing on that power. Now we're taking it down. We're getting low. We're taking it into power. Quick slams, alternating waves. So once you're down in that position too, you can go back to the regular waves. Now if you want more of a trunk rotation, again, there's a couple different grips that you can use. You can use your standard grip that you would use right there, but you can also do underhand, or you can flip the rope handles in and you're holding them up like that. So when you're up in this position, holding the ropes up, like if your thumb's up, ropes coming up underneath, you've got it in that position. You can bring it over side to side. You're working those obliques, you're working your core, you're working your shoulders, your arms, you're getting all of that in. So if you want to give me a demo, you hold it in here, you're going to get in low, and your goal is just to bring it over side to side. Try to keep those hands in more. So you're really focusing on the core, less of your arms. You can also take it down, and you're doing it in a bent over position.
Yeah, not even it up sideways. Keep it impossible.
Woo!
Notice they're slowing down a little bit over here.
Heart rate's 126. These guys, our demo out here.
Good job, guys.